Last week, I had a pretty bad day. My alarm sounded, but I didn't wake up to it because I wanted to sleep more. So I slept in and then I had to skip my morning workout if I was still to go to school. So I went to school, and at school, I kind of messed up. I wasn't very focused. And when I got home after, I couldn't just stop watching YouTube. I was stuck to the content. Later, I stayed up and I got angry. I was like, what am I doing? I need to focus. But then the next day, the same thing happened because I had stayed up so late that the next day I wasn't able to get up. I lost my focus too. I feel like this is a pattern in almost everybody's lives where you have one bad day and then it just hinders the next ones and you don't know how to escape it. Today I'm going to teach you how to literally destroy it, how to never feel, incredibly pressured or stressed again. This is how to reset any bad day. The first thing that you're going to do is decide that you're going to sleep early and then wake up the next day early. I promise this is a incredible cheat code. If you have a bad day, the best thing you can do is end it as fast as you can. So many people want to stay up and text their friend and text this blah blah blah. I promise you, the day will get better and more productive if you just sleep, right? The rest of the day, it could have been super unproductive. That's probably why you're mad. That's probably why you're frustrated. That's probably why you had a bad day. But now you can be productive by finally getting the sleep you need so that tomorrow you do not have the same problem with your focus. In addition to this, sleep fixes your mood. When you sleep, when you rest, your dopamine levels rise again. You don't feel addicted to things that, give you neurotic dopamine. You don't have to scroll on your phone to feel happy. You can just feel happy sitting there and watching the birds. That's a great feeling. So I promise you, sleep early, and then the next day you'll be able to wake up early. That's the second part. But before we get to that, I need to tell you that before you sleep, right, you set your alarm. I'm talking 8:30, right? And I'm not talking about, I usually go to sleep at 11:30, so today I'll go to sleep at 11. No. I'm talking about 8:30, 8:30, 9:30. That is what I mean by sleep early. And then what you're going to do right before you go to sleep, you're going to journal your thoughts. This is something I've been doing for over a year, every single day. Imagine that. There is someone like me, there are probably other guys like me who journal every single day. Our thoughts are on paper. We never, ever feel like there's so much pressure in our head because our thoughts are always on paper. And when you put your thoughts on paper, it's like all the stress goes away because you realize your stress is coming from like 3 things. That's it. So much of the time you have stress because it's undefined in your head. You think, I got this project, I got this and blah, blah, blah. But the moment you actually write it down, there's nothing going on in your life. Does that make sense? So that's why you should journal. People think, journaling's for weirdos. No, journaling is to have your mind back. Journaling is to have your power back. There are going to be guys like me who are journaling every day and we will outbeat you. We will 100% every single time you go against us in the long term, you will fall. So why not just start journaling? I promise it will change your life. Just all you got to do is grab a journal, a notebook, whatever you got, maybe even paper. Grab a pencil, sit down on your bed, and you're just going to write your thoughts from the day. Another tip that I like to add on to this is just write something that you learned every single day. And what happens is if you had a bad day, right? Let's say you were unproductive. Let's say you didn't have your focus. Let's say you messed up, whatever. That day becomes a lesson. That day becomes productive. Before it was like, oh my gosh, this hindered my progress. When you start journaling, when you start writing down your thoughts, when you start recording what happened, now you are able to use this information to make your life better in the future. It makes your bad day productive. And another very important reason why I enjoy journaling is because it helps you become the observer. And I've talked about this so many times, but basically what that means is instead of being the person who has the thought, you want to be the person who sees the thought. Does that make sense? Don't think of yourself as the person who's moving your body. Don't think of yourself as that person. Think of yourself as the puppet master who's playing the character of your body, who's playing the character that you're speaking. So when a thought goes into your brain, instead of being like, oh yeah, this is my thought, instead look at that thought and analyze its credibility. That's what being an observer means, and it gives you so much clarity and peace in your mind. You are not riled up by some impulse because you look at that impulse and say, why do I even need that? That is true power. Does that make sense? When you journal, you become the observer. I want you to do this throughout your life, the whole day. I try to do this as much as I can. But if you want to practice that, practice journaling, because that will already be you writing down your thoughts. So now we've got the journaling. We've got you going to sleep early. Then you want to wake up early. I'm talking about 5:30. And when you wake up, you're going to go to the bathroom, and then you're going to do an extremely tough workout. Now, a couple options I got for you are, number one, they either do like sprints or a long run. And basically, you're just going to feel pumped because you get that runner's high. You can't really think when you're in that mode, right? It's just going to be so tough. All you can think about is moving your feet. The second thing you do, I kind of prefer this, is doing 5 supersets. So what I do, I'll do Bulgarian dips straight into wide pull-ups. And it's a super tough workout with barely any rest in between the sets. So one set is Bulgarian dips straight into wide set pull-ups. And then rest like a minute and then go right back into it. I'm not resting 2 minutes like I normally do. Sometimes I'm even resting 30 seconds. I need you to not be able to think about anything else other than the workout. And you'll find that there is no way you can still be sad about yesterday. There is no way that you're going to be like, oh, I had such a bad day. You will be absolutely pumped to conquer the next day. You'll feel proud of yourself for conquering this workout. You'll feel proud of yourself for waking up and actually being rested for once. Everything will be good. Not only that, working out will naturally raise your dopamine levels. And when you look at yourself in the mirror, you'll have an incredible pump. You will feel so good. I promise. Something that I would also recommend, you don't have to do this, but I really think it's beneficial, is to go outside and experience nature. I feel like you really feel connected and you feel this crispy air into your lungs. And life is good, man. Really, life is good. Personally, sometimes I even like to mix working out with going outside. So I'll do a workout in nature or a workout outside with rings. Basically, rings are equipment that you can do gymnastic ring training on. You can do calisthenic style training. Basically, you only use your body weight and you can get the muscle that you can get at the gym. Alright, this is what I've always done. I was always nervous to go to the gym, and I just learned that this was a style of training that would get me, honestly, I feel like more authentic, natural results. So if you want to learn more about that, about building your body through gymnastic ring training that you can do anywhere at any time with only 2 pieces of equipment you can take anywhere, check the links below. The first one will take you to early access to a coaching program, and the second will take you to a guide on what gymnastic ring training is. So anyway, I hope you got something from this video, and I hope you go out and conquer.